Hey guys, so I want to share something with you guys real quick. I don't even know if this video is going to make the post. I may record this video and then may delete it, but if it makes it out there, here goes. So basically, as I've always been transparent about having thyroid disease. So with having thyroid disease, I've had it for years, maybe 13 years at this point, and I've been working with a team of specialists most of the times, not all the times, but most of the times, because do you know how our ministry or our minister of health here in Jamaica would say healthcare is free? That is such a, I don't even know how he says that with a straight face, because it's not true. It's not real. For example, like if I have a headache, and I go to the government free clinic, and once I say I have thyroid disease, I'm turned away. They don't care. They don't care if after they turn me away, I pass out at the door or anything. They don't care. They're telling you upfront that you have a compromised immune system because you have a autoimmune disorder, and they just have general practitioners there. They have no specialists, so they really don't know how to treat you. So they'll send you away and tell you that you need to get a referral from your endocrinologist, or what they may do, if that clinic has a hospital connected close by, they'll send you to the hospital or suggest that you go to, the hospital, the A&E department in your area. No, not all hospitals in Jamaica are free either. Some of them, there's like a subsidy, so you have to pay. Some of them you don't have to pay. But as you can imagine, if you go to a hospital that you don't have to pay, it's long suffering versus an hospital that you have to pay. It is still long suffering, but the treatment is a little bit better. So when you go to the hospital, they may have the resources to do some blood work and whatever scan that needs to be done. Some of these hospitals, they may not have the resources to do a thyroid function test. So you go into the hospital, they may just like check your heart, check your blood sugar level and whatever it is that, they have the resources to do. Then they give you a referral to go elsewhere and other places for you to do other testing. So what happened to me, like a few weeks ago, I think it's about 2 weeks now, my thyroid levels, they changed from hyper to hypo, right? So it switched from overactive to being underactive. Now, in the 12 to 13 years that I've had, thyroid, it's the second time that I'm experiencing the switch. This switch is so rare that when it happens, even though you still have the disease, it's, I was told it is something that I should be grateful for, because when you are in hypo, which is underactive, it's safer. While it's not healthy, while you're still not safe, it is better because you have like less stress on the heart muscle and, your body's not going through so much. But then I noticed something. There was this change wherein, because when it switches, so when you're overactive, you're on neomercazole. Neomercazole is what I take. The carbimazole and the others don't work for me. So neomercazole works whenever I'm overactive. So it switched about 2 weeks ago to this point, or a little bit over 2 weeks ago, and it switched from being overactive to underactive. So I was like, okay, at least my body can get a little break. But what I've experienced with being underactive is that I know that once it is underactive, when it comes to the hours of anywhere between 4 to 6 p.m., for some reason I have a fever. They say it's natural. But this time around, not only did I have a fever, when it got to anywhere between 4 to 8 p.m., not only do I have a bit of a fever, I felt as though I was in this rage, this, battle mentally, this internal war. And it was so depressing. Like, it felt so weird. I was like, what the heck is going on? This is not normal. Like, this is not normal. And I said to myself, what am I going to do? Because I can't live like this. So every day between 4 to 8 p.m., I've been battling my emotions. And I said, okay, my next endocrinologist appointment is coming up, so I'm going to tough it out. But then one day, I felt as though I was on the brink. There's no toughing this thing out. So I was like, okay, let me see what I can do. What am I going to do? So I would normally go for walks, sometimes not every day, but most days. I would do like 2 to 4 miles, sometimes 8 miles, depending on how I'm feeling. So one day I decided that, hey, I'm going to stop at this neurosurgeon's office, someone that I'm familiar with. And I'm going to say to him, because this is weird and I have to talk to someone. And I said, my thyroid switched, and it switched from hyper to hypo. So I'm no longer on neomercazole. I'm on levothyroxine, 100 micrograms. And this is how I'm feeling, and I'm feeling that, and I'm feeling that. And it's like, oh, it's the medication. Your body's just adjusting. And after about 2 weeks, it's going to pass. So just tough it out. You can tough it out, man. Just don't give in to those feelings. It's like, because your thyroid causes so much hormonal imbalance, and it has switched to, being underactive, and you're on the new medication. It's like the medication is telling your body to behave, and your body's like, I'm not going to behave. I'm not going to do this. So yeah, the struggle that you're feeling is actually real, but it's going to pass. So I noticed like 2 days ago, the raging internal war, it has passed. And, the peace and calm, it has been restored. No, with having thyroid disease, there's always something to battle. There's always something. But when I tell you that raging war inside, it had me so scared. I was so scared, like I was literally so scared, because I was saying, I was on this medication before and I didn't feel like this, but the first time I was on it, the fever was really intense. When I had the fever between 4 to 6 p.m. or 4 to 8 p.m., I would have to just go in bed, wrap myself up, and just let it pass. But this time, it was something else. But I'm just sharing this in case you fall into that position, if anyone else can relate, if you ever find yourself in a similar situation. Hopefully this video can be some guidance to you, but always remember, get an opinion. Do not rely on the words on the internet, and let no one give you any medicine recommendation unless they're trained and licensed, okay? So that's just my experience that I want to share with you guys.